Good morning, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Backchannel and the day after Thanksgiving. You are listening to Live Every Day. This is the morning show that is on the air from 8 to 10 every morning Eastern. Well, that's not true. We're here 8 to 10 every morning on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So today that's true. Today is Friday. Tuesday, Thursdays, we're here from 8 to 9. So we just had the Haley and Allison show, and they're in England with their producer Will. So hopefully you guys caught that show. If you're up and at 'em, if you still have some like turkey smells going on in the house and it woke you up, then you might have just popped up all springy and excited for the day. So I'm here with my incredible producer, Anna, who you will absolutely hear from because she helps me remember all the things. I can't remember anything. So Anna is my brain. So good morning, Anna. And good morning to everyone. I see that Freddie's here and Jennifer's here. I'm here. So it's good to see everybody. And hopefully a lot of our friends will jump on. But it's the day after Thanksgiving. I got to be honest, it's a tough day. It's just a tough kind of a morning. You feel it. You feel it, and it's not quite like a Monday feel, but it's a day after a holiday. I have always said, like, I think we should discuss how Halloween should be picked out, like how Thanksgiving is picked out. I think I talked about this, like, a couple of weeks ago. Thanksgiving is always the last Thursday of the month. Okay, great. That makes sense. We know we don't have the exact date, but we know what day. I feel like Halloween should be the last Saturday of October. I think it's brilliant because then you have that weird day. You know what I mean? The weird day. So, listen, I want to say good morning to everybody. I want you to chime in. Here's what's so cool about Back Channel, you guys. This is the only place that you can watch, listen, and chat with your host live in real time. Nathan says, "Good morning, beautiful." That's my husband. He's allowed to call me beautiful. And he is the man who keeps me going. Anna got me the mug. Nathan got me the coffee. Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. Hmm. So, it's so great to see everybody. Anna just wrote me, "This is why we scheduled trick or treat." We're not gonna start about the whole Ohio thing. I can't handle Ohio. They have, like, Halloween, like, September 12th, and they're like, "You guys, today is Beggar's Day," and I'm like, "That's we're not the whole rest of the country doesn't do that." But it makes sense. But here's the thing, Ohio, where, Anna lives, they did it in, like, on a Thursday. We gotta do it on the weekend. We gotta do it, like, on a Friday or on a Saturday because we need a day. First of all, we all ate a lot of carbs yesterday, so we gotta have a day to, like, like, kinda just, like, process, right? Am I right? I'm gonna talk a lot about Thanksgiving today. Um, I'm making myself a note. Okay, so here's the thing. Anna says football and sports and stuff. That is true. Like, I mean, there's all of that that's happening. Wait, do you mean during Halloween, Anna, or do you mean right now? Because I equate football and stuff to happening with now, with Thanksgiving. But let me know what you're thinking about. So, you guys are on back channel. Here's how this works. If you have an Amazon device and her name is Alexa, then you say, Palexa, open back channel. And here is where we live. Oh, Halloween. Anna's talking about Halloween. So, if you have a Alexa device, a Alexa app, and I hope you'll know what I'm trying to say. You have an Echo Dot, okay? You have YouTube. Great. Okay, well, the Alexa and the Echo Dot systems and the Echo and the other Amazon systems, you can go to backchannel.tv and manually type into a chat, and I'll be able to see what you say. And you can, like, hang out with everybody that's also online. Now, if you're on YouTube, we're streaming live, you can go to the right, there's a chat right there, and you can manually, like, talk with your fingers. I don't know if that's a thing. If you have an Echo Show, which we now own, my husband bought me an Echo Show, you can talk to the device and say, "Alexa," or whatever you've named your device, and the magic word is "say." Say, "Good morning, beautiful," and that's how my husband just typed that to me. The machine, like the robot will, like, is it a robot? I don't know what it is. Device The device will write the chat for you. So, back channels where all this can happen. This is brand new technology. This is a brand new kind of concept of having shows with hosts that can interact and we can play games and we can do all sorts of things and it's a blast. Good morning, Mimi. Thank you for coming. So, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I'm going to have a lot to talk about. So, today's the day that you're in your jammies and you're just, hair in a bun and, no bras. And the guys are just, they're in their favorite sweatpants. And, everybody's just kind of chilling, trying to remember how to get going and how to make coffee in the morning. And you're drinking your coffee. Today is a coffee day. And if yours is Irish, cheers. Okay. I wish mine was. Today is definitely I think, like, the day after Thanksgiving should be called, like, mimosa holiday, you know? Like, I feel like if you made it through Thanksgiving with the family and the friends and the food and all the stuff, I feel like it should be mimosa holiday. It should be like a mimosa. Is the only breakfast drink we're allowed to have? Because I'm not gonna do what is that called? Oh, Bloody Mary. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want, like, a savory situation. Anna, are we gonna make this mimosa holiday? Anna says yes. So that's it, everybody. Everybody can have mimosas today. You can have Bloody Marys. You can have Bellinis. I feel like that's a good morning situation. Okay. Yeah, Bloody Marys are disgusting. Okay, good. Bellinis are good. Anna and I are having it's gonna be a lot of Anna and I today, I can tell. And Irish coffee, which this isn't. But I keep pointing to it as if it is, and I'm like, there's nothing in here. It's just coffee. That's the only thing in there. But I feel like if you made it through Thanksgiving, you deserve an adult beverage for the next morning. Like, I feel like that's now a thing. So we just made it. So I'm going to talk a lot about Thanksgiving. I'm going to talk about a lot of things because guess what today is, everybody? We have a theme for every day. We have a theme every day. And today's theme, Anna and I, it's kind of close to our heart. It means a little something to us that we know, maybe a couple of people might figure out. But today is Catfish Friday. Catfish Friday. And everyone might be like, that's weird. That's weird because it's not Lent. And we know that the fillet of fish comes out during Lent. And everybody gets really excited about that. And they're like, "Oh, okay. So is it I thought it was like Advent's coming, like, I mean, Christmas is here." No, 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 no. We're talking about catfish where you think something is one thing. It's like the ultimate gaslighting. Something is presented to you as one thing, and then boom, you find out it was something else. Anna, what would be a good example? I'm trying to think of a great example. Um, hmm. I mean, the most obvious is there's a TV show called Catfish. It's on MTV, and I and it's like the TV show. We just went to the same place. That's often what Anna and I do. We often are, like, at the same area. And so it's on MTV, and people are trying to find love. Who doesn't want to be in love? It's something we all want. We wanna be loved, we wanna be seen, we wanna be heard. Nobody blames anybody for this. So now we have all these online dating platforms. Okay, also makes sense. We're all on these social platforms. We're all online. Our phones are constantly telling us all the things, there's so much happening. I Anna can't think of anything else. It's because we're not having Mimosa Friday, which maybe we should name the show Mimosa Friday. Also, good morning to April. Hello, April. Welcome. So it is hashtag day after Thanksgiving. Oh man, it's rough. That turkey does something to everybody. I didn't even have turkey. So here we go. So you go on these online apps or you go on to, websites and you're like, oh, I'm gonna find the love of my life. Okay, great. I know a lot of people who have. And you start talking to someone. You start talking to someone. Hello, Lucy. Good morning, Lucy. And you start making connection. You start oh my gosh, you guys are connecting on all these things. Everything's so amazing and magical and lovely. And then it's a couple of weeks in and you're like, we should meet. Great. And you decide to meet and you go to coffee. And then it's an 85-year-old man named Leroy. And he doesn't actually work as a banker and is 30 years old who went to Harvard. You know what I mean? Like you were catfished. That is not who you thought you were having a relationship with. That is the ultimate catfish example. And I think that's where we got the term because this was happening so much that we had to like come up with a word. Gaslighting just didn't that did not capture it because you like were emotionally invested. You know what I mean? And you were like, what? Which also we go with what the what. But good morning, Corey. Hello. It is so fantastic to see you. Anna says, when people don't check the sizing on Amazon products and end up with teeny tiny lamps. Did that happen to you? Wait, is that from a movie? I feel like that's from a reference I should know, but I haven't had enough coffee, Anna. Listen, I'm gonna be really pretty this morning. That's how my roommates and I in college would say when we were not being that bright. Which is not a kind thing to say. All pretty people obviously are super intelligent. You guys, it's a joke. I don't think I'm pretty. So that's why it's a joke because we would pat each other on the head and be like, you're so pretty. Anyway, Nathan says, I think catfish would be getting invited to a timeshare presentation. That's true. We did. Mindy came on and told us last time we talked about Catfish Friday. Mindy was here and she shared how she went to a timeshare presentation because she didn't know it was a timeshare presentation. She was told you won a free cruise. And so she like was gonna go, yeah, Anna, keep that up. Don't take it off. Keep it right there. So anyway, Mindy was gonna go on this free cruise. And when she got to the place where she was supposed to go to get the free cruise, they were like, just kidding, is a timeshare. No, it wasn't a timeshare. It was a pots and pans demonstration. Okay, so Anna has pulled up a picture for those of you that are watching on YouTube, or if you're watching on the Echo Show, you guys, you cannot be serious. And I gotta know this. Okay, so what we're looking at for those of you that can't see, there's a little tiny, it's very cute acrylic see-through chair, like a chair that you would buy. Like it looks like it'd be a great like outdoorsy chair, you know, like for your patio, but it also could be like cool inside furniture for your living room. And when the order came in, it's a tiny, teeny, tiny acrylic chair for like Barbie's dream house. But she and so it says, "So I ordered a chair for my room off of Amazon and it's a picture of the chair, and then it's her holding the chair, and it's her putting the chair down on the ground, and it's so tiny." That is yeah, that is awful. Oh my gosh, that's funny, Anna. I wanna know how much she paid because she was like $2.99 for a chair. Nathan says, "They promise you a free trip for 15 minutes, and it's 5 hours." That's true. Also, Nathan and I have kind of been a little like, oh, disenchanted might be the word. We've gone to a couple of presentations and lately nobody wants to give us anything. And we're like, what? That's the whole point. We just sat through the whole thing, you guys. You should be giving us something. Now, is that a little entitled? Yes. Is it okay? Absolutely. I'm like, I should get a free ice cream. Like, I should get something. And they're like, you came to the presentation and we're done. So here we go. Yeah, so you got to check the descriptions on Amazon, everybody. You better know what you're buying. Anna says, my sister got some great gift cards and meals from Disney for doing the vacation program presentation. Whatever. We just did the vacation club presentation. We were in Hawaii a couple of weeks and we ended up buying a third property with Disney. We didn't get anything. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Anna threw up another photo, so anybody who's watching, it says, "My mom ordered my nephew a Converse rucksack." Oh, that means backpack, right? School online, and this is what came. It's like a mini it's like a mini backpack. Okay, rucksack is backpack in British. Look at that. I figured it out. It's the size of the guy's hand. Like, the backpack is the size of his hand. So that's not gonna help anybody. That's not going to go anywhere on anyone's back. That's not happening. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Again, I wanna know how much money these people are paying. I feel like that should give you, like, a clue. Also, Nathan, you're listening. I think we need to contact Disney and be like, "We want we want gift cards and food. Also, we need to check on that other thing that we're doing." Okay, acrylic chair girl paid 10 bucks. Here's the thing, acrylic chair girl, you paid $10 for that, which is that a lot of money for, like, a Barbie dream house piece of furniture? I feel like no, because the Barbie dream house was so expensive, I never had one, you know what I mean? Like, growing up, I wasn't allowed to have one. I had one friend that had the Barbie dream house. I loved it. It was so good. It was so good, you guys. All right, here we go. Today is the day that we celebrate something. We celebrate everything here on this show. It's Live Every Day. And Anna, the best producer in the world, finds out what is the nation celebrating today? What holiday is on the random calendar of holidays? My favorite is when there's nothing. It's like we couldn't even pick something, you guys. Like there's nothing we could celebrate. But no. But today, 2, 2 days. See, now I find this interesting. Why, Anna, and everybody who's listening, Nathan, Freddie, Mimi, Jennifer, talk to your device, chat online, let me know your thoughts. Why in the world would we have one day that has 2 things we're celebrating? And earlier this week, I wanna say, like, on Tuesday or Wednesday, there was nothing. There was nothing on the celebration calendar. I feel like we can move one of these, and I'm gonna tell you which one I think we should move. We could vote on it, but I think we're gonna all pick the same one. Today is National Cake Day and National Buy Nothing Day. I feel like I feel like the celebration calendar is catfishing us. Number 1, let's discuss. Everyone has pies for Thanksgiving. Like, it's a law. It's an actual, like, George Washington settled America and said, "Look, you guys, you don't even know about this, but we're gonna have Thanksgiving one day, and you guys are only going to eat pies." And we all said, "That sounds great, George Washington." And that's what we do. Why would today be National Cake Day of all the days? I feel like that one could definitely be moved to a day that did not have a celebration day. I really feel like we could move that one. Good morning, Stacy. Aw, Stacy's here. I can't wait to hear what you're eating for breakfast, Stacy. And number 2, buy nothing day. We see you. We know what you're trying to do. Everybody knows today is Black Friday. I haven't brought it up yet, but I'm going to. But today's Black Friday. Buy nothing day. That is, you are gaslighting us. That is not okay. Cake day. Do people have cakes for Thanksgiving? I feel like they don't. I feel like maybe you have like cake pops. Good morning, Stacy. Anna had cheesecake. We had cheesecake, but that's not what we're talking about. I don't feel like that's I feel like cheesecake is cheesecake and cake is cake. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like those are 2 different things. I just feel like that's, like, a thing. So, um, my husband just sent me a picture of my puppy watching me on our TV screen because my husband's watching on YouTube, and so it's streaming through our television, and my puppy's watching me. That's pretty cute. Anna, I should send you that photo. Nathan, you should send that to Anna. Aw, Stacy's having cereal for breakfast. I feel like you should have cereal for breakfast. Yesterday was a lot of food, Stacy. Having pancakes like you normally do would be a lot for your tummy. I don't know if I could do it, you guys. We're supposed to go see my husband's brother, and we're supposed to bring donuts and kolaches. Do people know what kolaches are? I'll tell you. Here in Stacy's gonna know, she lives in Texas. Here in Texas, we have kolaches because this is a predominantly German state. I don't know if people know that. The Germans settled Texas. Isn't that fascinating? And so it's like this sweet dough. It's a bread dough though, and you put a sausage in it or like ham or sausage and cheese, ham and cheese, and then like you bake it. I don't know why we don't fry it. That feels like something we would do in Texas. Like, I feel like we would fry it. Hmm. Anyway, so they're kind of heavy. Like, they're kind of like, it's meat and cheese and, like, a lot of bread. It's very, very bready. So people love kolaches. Now, I'm a Louisiana gal, and we have something called boudin, and boudin is like a sausage, and it's got a lot of rice in it. Good morning, Raheem. Hello. Welcome. And so there is one place that puts boudin in the sweet bread, bakes it. That's my jam. And I don't even eat meat. So Stacy had a lot of food, but Stacy can handle it. I love it. And you went to your brother's house for Thanksgiving? I went to my brother's house for Thanksgiving. Where did everybody end up? I want to know, where did you go for Thanksgiving, you guys? Where were you eating all the carbohydrates and all the birds and hams? Everybody was eating these things yesterday. And I don't agree that today is National Cake Day, unless they feel like, now here's where I could get behind National Cake Day. We feel like cake got left out yesterday. That's fair. I don't know anybody that bakes a cake for Thanksgiving. Christmas, yes. Yes. But everybody like has pies, cheesecake, maybe you have cupcakes. That's not the same. Cake pops. So maybe they're trying to say, "We see you, cake. You have your own day." And that's why it's happening today. I have no idea. But listen, I'm not going to say no. What is everybody's favorite cake flavor? Anybody at all, you have a favorite cake flavor? We're the only ones celebrating. I have to say, it might be a little surprising to everyone. Um, so I really love like wedding cake, like the almond flavor, you know what I mean? Like anytime a bakery says, "Oh, we've got a wedding cake flavor slice," I'm like, "Yes, that is a yes." You know what I mean? I want to eat that. I love lemon cake. I love strawberry cake. My favorite thing in the world is strawberry shortcake. That's a little strong. I don't know if it's my favorite thing in the world, but I do love strawberry shortcake. Anna loves lemon and vanilla. See, we're so samesies. Um, Nathan. That's my husband, and I just read that wrong. Nathan says it should be National Fast Day. It should. We should all be wearing pants with elastic, and no one should eat today. Stacy's favorite cake is chocolate. And my husband, Nathan, that's his favorite cake. He loves chocolate, which is weird because he hates chocolate, but he's very strange. So Nathan says poppy seed cake, lemon cake, a good vanilla cake with chocolate icing. Literally didn't know any of that. And we have been married 21 years. Are you serious? Anna, write that down. I had no idea. It's not weird to love chocolate. It's not weird to love chocolate, Stacey. It's actually brilliant to love chocolate. Nathan doesn't love chocolate. He doesn't like it at all. So the fact that his favorite cake is chocolate cake is weird because he doesn't like chocolate, is what I'm saying. But his favorite cake is chocolate like you. So, you guys, let's see. Two truths and a lie. Anybody remember this game? Where, and I'm not really sure how Anna wants me to play this. It says cake flavor edition. Oh, was I supposed to do my favorite that way? Okay, well, I can still do it with cake. I still can. I feel like I have a fuzz on my lips. I can still do two truths and a lie. I'm gonna say two truths and I'm gonna say one lie. And you're going to have to decide which is which. Okay? All right, this is gonna be a cake edition. Here we go. For my third grade birthday, I had a Wizard of Oz cake that was made by my father's cousin. My favorite cake growing up was a yellow cake with chocolate frosting, and my mom made it in the shape of a porcupine, and I thought that was super cool. I hate I absolutely hate when, like, it was your birthday and your mom could bring you a cake to school, and it had, like, your name on it, and everybody saying happy birthday to you. Two truths and a lie. Which is the lie, y'all? Wizard of Oz cake, porcupine cake, hated my birthday at school when people sang to me. Two truths and a lie. If anybody's listening, Anna can guess, Nathan can guess. I wonder if Nathan knows. Anna says porcupine. I really feel like there's a fuzz, but y'all can't see the fuzz, so it doesn't really matter if there is one. Porcupine, but I want porcupine to be real. Okay? We'll see if Stacy or Nathan or Freddie or Mimi or Raheem or Jennifer have any thoughts. Our friend Peter isn't awake yet. Our friend Mindy isn't awake yet. Our friends Cole and Reed are not awake yet. I love that we have friends. This is great. Nathan says the Wizard of Oz cake isn't real. Stacy says the porcupine cake isn't real. All right. The lie is I loved when my mom brought me a cake to school and everybody had to sing happy birthday, and I had a crown, and they used to do it really, really big in Louisiana. Porcupine cake is real, Wizard of Oz cake is real. The porcupine cake was great. I would ask my mom to make it every single year, because the spikes for the porcupine were made with suckers. It was so cute. Hello, Erin, good morning. So, it was so fantastic, like, it was so cute. She would make it every single year, and she also had an apple cake, but it wasn't apple cake, it was, like, vanilla, but it looked like an apple tree, and so she would make a tree, like, she would make a cake, and it would be in the shape of a tree, and then she would make, like, 24 cupcakes and put everybody's name on each cupcake as the apples. So, you have this tree cake, right? It's, like, green, and it's, like, round, and then you have this, like, skinny, like, brown whatever, and then you have all these cupcakes with red icing with your names on them, and you were the apples. Loved that. She made it for my class every single year. And I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. I know. So, anyway, Stacy's favorite color is green. You would have loved this cake, Stacy, and the porcupine was so cute. Anna says, "Oh, dang it. I even thought, oh, she would love being sing too." Yeah, which is funny because I actually hate my birthday now. I don't know if you know this. Well, you do know this. I leave town for my birthday. This year I was in Connecticut for my birthday with my cousin and her bestie. It's just so random. But that's what I did. I usually leave town. I'm usually not here at all. I do not like my birthday. But I did like it whenever I was little that I got to wear a crown and my mom would bring cake to school. Probably it was more about the cake. So there you go. There we go. Two truths and a lie about cake day, buy nothing day. I gotta say something, you guys. I've already purchased things for Black Friday, and I did it before it was even Black Friday. It's interesting how online has changed the game. And a lot of the stores I follow, they had like, you know, different like, sales and stuff that would go online, I guess, like, around 10 PM last night. 10 PM, I started getting all these emails, like, all this stuff was like, "Brr, brr, 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 brr," "Black Friday early," and I was like, "Okay." I don't know anybody anymore, like, I remember back in the day who, like, would stay up for Black Friday, like, last night, like, Thursday, we have the big Thanksgiving meal, and then I had cousins that would go to the Galleria, that would go to the mall, which I don't think especially during the pandemic, I think that probably shut down a lot of this, but they would shop till, like, 4 AM. I'm not kidding, like, they would be at Kohl's, they would be at Target, they would be at Macy's, they would be at the malls till 4 AM, and I'm thinking, is there really that good of a deal for an Xbox? I mean, like, is there I mean, like, seriously, especially with online, it's kinda shocking how long that lasted, but they did it and they were serious, and I have a friend online who does the whole Black Friday shopping with his mother, and it's really and truly one of my favorite things to watch online because they document it. They, like, film live, they, like, take questions. It's very serious. He was actually on my other show, on my late night show. His name is Richard Rockage, and he is a, orchestrator for Broadway shows. And so if you wanna watch my other show, It's Not That Late with Liv Harrison, which, last night was a Thanksgiving edition. It was a really great show, Anna, by the way. Congratulations. Good You guys did a great job putting that show together. But he's really great to watch. His Black Friday stuff is funny. So if you wanna find him on Facebook, you're absolutely like, you can. And today's the day to go find Richard. Stacy says, "If you think you the only one who has great birthdays, you should check out my birthdays." Oh, Stacy, I bet your birthdays are awesome. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't like the attention of birthdays. I don't know if anybody else, um, like, feels that way, but it's just I don't know now that I'm an adult. I don't get into my birthday though, Stacy. The last time I had a party for my birthday was, like, 4 years ago. I'll have to do some big party sometime. You can watch my late night show. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. You don't have to stay up and watch it. It's not live. It's recorded, like, we tape it. So if you wanna go watch it, you can. You can watch it right now. Oh, well, don't go watch it right now, Stacy. But you can. So, you guys, let's discuss these other holiday desserts, shall we? Because yesterday was Thanksgiving and my family goes crazy with Thanksgiving, and we have 40 people. Today's a big day with my family, and I was gonna talk about this. Oh, you can't because of your mom's restrictions. Oh, okay, well, never mind. Then don't. You gotta listen to your mom. Although you could have your mom watch the show, and she would see it's very much like this show. She could see it, and, she might allow you. You never know. But yes, always listen to your mom. Okay, so back to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving for my family is a 4-day event. We have Thanksgiving. We have today, which is called Gumbo Day in my family. Tomorrow, which is usually sports day, barbecue, stuff like that. And then Sunday used to be pasta or steaks, stuff like that. So it's a 4-day affair and it takes a lot out of you. Yesterday was a ton of turkeys, a lot of ham, tons of sides, but then we've got a spread for holiday desserts. Like, the Thanksgiving Day desserts is insane at my, like well, we were at my brother's, but, like, with my family. Now, I wanna tell you about something one of my sister-in-laws made, and I didn't even get to try it, so I'm hoping today I'll get to try it. She smoked an apple pie in her smoker. Now, my brother has this incredible outside, like, it's a deck with, like, a pool and, like, a pool house, and, like, it's got, like, a built-in grill and a built-in smoker and, like, a built-in fryer because they deep fry turkeys, and I don't know. It's intense. I mean, you go outside and you're like, "Are we at a resort?" Like, it is incredible. Incredible. The couches, TVs, I mean, it's beautiful, and I'll send you pictures. Not to post, but for you to see. So, they have this smoker. Now they smoked a turkey. We deep fry turkeys in this family. We smoke turkeys, we bake turkeys, we have, like, turducken. We have this ham flown in from Louisiana. All this stuff. There you go. She hears that you can make a pie and smoke it in the smoker. I haven't had it yet. I don't know. I'm not sure what we think. Now, here's where I wanna talk about this really interesting concept of this whole, we're going to I don't know, we're gonna smoke everything. It's like the in thing right now, for all the smoking of the foods. They're really into smoking drinks. They're really into smoking foods. Like, everything made with, like, this smoke. My husband and I, when I launched my, late night show, he took me to Austin, Texas for a little getaway weekend, just the 2 of us. And he booked a really fancy dinner, like, expensive fancy. I believe is at the Fairmont in Austin, like, a really nice hotel, like, ridiculous. And the entire menu, everything on the menu is smoked, all of it. Appetizers, salads, what? Every drink, the main courses, the entrees and desserts, everything. And I gotta be honest, by the end of it, I was like, that's a really profound flavor. You know what I mean? Like, smoking, that smoky, like, I get what they're like, "Oh, it's so sexy to have, like, a smoky martini." Okay, I but by the end of everything being smoky, it was too much. So I was really excited to try this pie. I wanted to see, what is this like? What is an apple pie smoked gonna taste like? So I'm gonna have to try it today. Um Right, Stacey's saying it could be past her bedtime for the late night show. That's true, but Stacey, the shows are on right now. Like, you can go to YouTube and watch them right now. Like, you don't have to stay up for past your bedtime. You can watch them, like, when this show is over, or I know you like to watch, the Anthony Davis show. After that, you can go to my YouTube and watch the show then, like, right now. It's all the shows are already there. Like, my show is already there. And Stacy loves swimming pools, and you can swim, that's right. So we were supposed to swim here in Texas. Sometimes we'll swim during Thanksgiving, you guys, but it's cold here. We got a little bit of a cold front. So let's hear about the holiday desserts that were at your Thanksgiving. You guys, you can talk to your device. If you have an Echo Show, you can say Carexa. I've never said that one before. Say pumpkin pie and I'll be able to see it. If you are on YouTube, which I don't see anybody, you can type in what you were eating. If you are at backchanneltv.tv, you can talk to me through there by chatting, letting me know. Stacy had chocolate pie yesterday. I did too, Stacy, and I've never eaten it before. Stacy, yesterday was my first chocolate pie. Anna had pumpkin pie, cheesecake pie, French silk chocolate pie, and I was about to ask you, what is the difference between French silk and chocolate pie? Are they the same thing? Is it just a fancy way of saying it? Let's see. People have fruitcake. Is that true? People have fruitcake at Thanksgiving? Christmas cookies, you could be decorating. Oh, we're doing all holiday desserts. I see. Anna sent me all sorts of notes for holiday desserts, not so much exactly everything that we're having. Anna says maybe the topping. We make our Stacy says it's a different dessert. We make our own whipped cream. I was telling Anna my specialty, which I did not make yesterday, is Kahlua whipped cream, which that would be great for a cooking segment here on the show. Making homemade whipped cream and making it Kahlua. It is delicious. And I said that wrong. But anyway, so we had a bunch of stuff. We had biscotti, which I've never seen on the spread before. We had multiple different apple pies. Sometimes we have them with cheddar cheese. Have you ever had that, like in the topping? Um, we had a couple of cheesecakes. We had cookie pie. I saw that Sheila, who isn't here yet this morning, Sheila made the mashed potatoes I made on Monday, and she made a cookie pie for dessert that we made together on Wednesday, you guys. We had 2 cookie pies yesterday. We had a mint chocolate cookie pie, and then the one that I made on the air, I brought that one, and today I'm bringing my peanut butter. Oh, I cannot wait. My peanut butter cookie pie with the Nutter Butters and the Reese's Pieces crushed and the Reese's peanut butter peanut chips. And what else is in there? I guess that's it. Anyway, so I'm super pumped about that. Like, I cannot wait to eat that today. So, but what are some other things that you guys eat for the holidays? Like, what are some of your favorite holiday treats? Anna made a list. She wrote pumpkin pie, fruit cake, French silk slash chocolate pie. So I guess I don't know. Maybe Anna can pull that up and see what is the difference between French silk pie and pumpkin pie. I mean, chocolate pie. The one I had yesterday was basically chocolate pudding with whipped cream on top. Is that what everybody's eating when they say chocolate pie? Is that what everyone's eating when they say French silk pie? Is it just chocolate pudding with a whipped cream on top? Christmas cookies, do you make them? Do you make them from scratch? Do you do the bacon break? You decorate them? Is that a thing? I could see, like, what is that whole thing? Um, do you bake, like, goods, like, make baked goods for your neighbors, for your kids' teachers, for your people that you work with? What are those called? Colleagues? For the office? You know what I mean? Like, do you just, like, buy ready-made, like, for all the parties, for events? You just bring a tray of cookies? People do almond bark. People make Christmas crack. I've also heard of, like, puppy chow. People make a lot of puppy chow during the holidays. And do you leave out food for Santa? Do you leave out cookies? Do you leave out, like, you know, my kids, I get them special reindeer food, and it's like sparkly oats. And every year we go and we sprinkle the reindeer food on the lawn. So, Rudolph has something to eat and they know to come because it's all sparkly. It's kinda like Twilight. It's like Twilight oats. It's the Cullens. Oh, Anna says that they gave out reindeer food after church. That's really cute, actually. I kinda love it, Anna. I mean, it's adorable. Okay, let's see what everybody's saying. Nathan says cherry pie or cookie pie. Those are his favorites. He does love cherry pie. Stacy says rolls you can eat them as Thanksgiving. Yes, bring rolls. Here's the thing. Oh, I was going to talk about that. Well, I'll talk about that in a second actually. I'll talk about that in the next hour. But what I love about rolls for Thanksgiving, and I don't know how you guys all feel about this, and Anna, you'll have to tell me how the Sister Schubert rolls were, but they stay out in like bags afterwards, like when we're done eating our, Thanksgiving feast. You can go grab a roll, like, you could go grab a roll when you need a little something. When, like, some of the food is digested and you're like, "I don't want something sweet," you gotta grab a roll. Also, I don't know how you guys feel. I feel like today should be, like, leftover day. Oh, look. Look at this. Mindy's here. Hello, Mindy. Mindy says, "Coconut cream pie." Now, did you have that yesterday, friend? Or is that, like, your favorite? Okay, spike the whipped cream. Yes, thank you, friend. I wanna know how you spike it. And she brings gluten-free cookies. You would not believe the love you get for being the one to do this. Here's what's interesting, Mindy. We don't have anybody gluten-free in our family. Like, no one who comes to any of the things. Isn't that interesting? I know. Yeah, we don't have coconut cream pie. That's fascinating. Oh, Mindy, good morning, friend. Happy day after Thanksgiving. It's so good to see you. So, yeah, so the whole holiday situation, I gotta say, Stacy, you know, it isn't really a great pie if you don't make the pie crust. Let's just be honest. I know they had the ready-made pie crust, and the ones that come already in, like it's a shell, those are different than the Pillsbury, like, like, but they just don't taste as good, Stacey, or everybody, hello. I gotta be honest, that might sound really, really snobby, but you gotta make your own pie crust, especially for Thanksgiving. Okay. Oh, Mindy, I don't spike my whipped cream, but I just got back from Ireland and they spiked my oatmeal. They spiked your oatmeal? By the way, Mindy, I'm going to Ireland in the fall. So I want all of your notes. I love that you just went to Ireland. I love that I was in Kauai and you were in Ireland. Oh my gosh, genius. A little Bailey's in the oatmeal? Anna, write that down. We were talking about today we need a little something in our coffees, you know what I mean? And, now that we know you could do that with oatmeal, yeah, game changer. Yeah, Stacy's saying that she makes her own pie crust. You should. You really should. Yeah, you really should, especially for Thanksgiving, you guys. Any of the holidays, this is the time to do it. It's not that hard to make a pie crust, and it makes all the difference in the world. All the difference in the world when you make a homemade pie crust compared to, like, what you can get in the store. Game changer. And Stacy does leave out, yeah, cookies and milk for Santa. I do too. I leave out cookies and milk, and I don't always make the cookies. Actually, I'm trying to think if I ever make the and when we were vegan, poor Santa got, like, oat milk or, like, almond milk, and I'm sure he was like, "Seriously? I'm working so hard." So, and then I leave out carrots always for the reindeer, and we have our, sparkly oats out on the lawn. And that's what we do. I said, "Do we leave water for the reindeer?" We might. I can't remember. It sounds like something we would do. But, yeah, so we do that every year, and what else was I gonna say? I feel like there was something else that we do for Santa. I don't know. All that stuff is about to come up. It's about to happen, which is so exciting. You put the chocolate on the pie crust. Yes. Stacy's telling us how to make the pie. So I feel like it is like a pudding situation. Okay. Mindy will send me notes about Ireland. And you guys, you'll be invited. I'm doing a pilgrimage to Ireland and Scotland in the fall. So in about a year. So if anybody wants to come, I'm calling it priest, prayer, and pubs. That's what I'm going to call it. And no, you don't have to be Catholic. So that's kind of fun. But Mindy was just there. She doesn't want to go back. Which I don't blame you, Mindy. I mean, it's kind of like, um, you know, what you wanna do. All right, you guys, so today is Catfish Friday, don't forget. We're gonna talk about all the things that are supposed to be one thing, but turn out to be another, and here's what I want on this show. I want it to be a positive show. This is where you're coming to get your jolt of energy, to get your day started. It's Black Friday, y'all. It is the day after Thanksgiving. You ate a lot yesterday. Apparently, turkey makes people tired. I think it's all the carbohydrates. I mean, you're having stuffing and you're having vegetables, but not healthy vegetables. We're, like, putting them in, like, cream and, like, butter, and we're putting cheese on everything, and we have potatoes, and it's just a lot of heavy food and rolls and pies and all the things, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so much food. And then they're like, "You guys, turkey makes you tired." And I'm thinking, "Is it the turkey? I'm pretty sure it's everything else." Now, Anna had asked a while ago if the ham that we flew in from Louisiana was worth it, which we do every year. So it's not like it was a new thing for us. But Nathan, my husband, will tell you he's not a ham guy. Like, he's like, "Whatever, he could leave it or take it." Loved it. He was like, "God, I forgot how good the ham is." Like, because we didn't have it last year, and he was like, "The ham was where it was at." So, if you want a really phenomenal ham, it's way better than the Honey Baked Ham Company. Sorry, Honey Baked Ham, but, Grayson's ham is the thing to do. Fly it in, you're not gonna regret it. You could s I think you can fly it in anytime. I don't think it's just a Thanksgiving thing. It'd be a great for Christmas to have a Christmas ham. It feels like a very, like, Dickens thing, like a very Charles Dickens thing, like, "We're going to have a goose." People do that? People have geese? You see goose? Oh, okay, so Stacy says you're gonna put chocolate on the pie crust, and then you put the whipped cream on, and then you bake it, and then you put it in the fridge. Our fridge is so tired right now. It's got so much inside of it, it's like, "Oh my gosh." So, anyway, today in my family is called Gumbo Day. If you don't know what gumbo is, I'm about to explain it to you. In Louisiana, we make a roux, which a lot of people make roux for all sorts of things. It's, flour and butter or flour and oil, and you have 2 different camps on that. You have different people who say, "I only cook with butter, I only cook with oil," and you do again, a lot of people do half and half, like, if you do a cup of flour, you're gonna do a cup of oil. I think, like, the way I like to do it is less oil than the flour. So if it's 2 cups of flour, I'm gonna put in, like, maybe a cup of oil or a cup of, like, of butter, and you brown that together. Now, the new way that we're making our roux, this is revolutionary, we're baking it in the oven. You can bake your roux. This is why this is great because usually you have to you have to stand and stir for, like, an hour, and I'm not kidding, that's not exaggerating. You stand over a stove and you do this, like, with your spoon, and you try to get it as brown as the Mississippi River, the mud at the bottom of the Mississippi River. That's a good roux. Some people like it really super dark, some people kinda like it light. So when you're baking it in the oven, you put it in and you, like, stir it, and then you stick it in the oven for, like, 10 minutes, and then you take it out. So, like, every 10 minutes, you're stirring it. That's way different than standing for like, you can't stop when you're on the stovetop. You cannot stop. You add your veggies, and because this is the day after Thanksgiving, we have a turkey sausage gumbo. So my mom has been boiling down the turkey carcasses, and that's how she gets this really rich broth. Um, Adds in all of that phenomenal, veggies that have been also sautéed in this roux, and then we eat it over rice. So, I gave the tip earlier this week, which we're not gonna be doing at my brother's today, but I said, "If you need white rice for anything, order Chinese food," because you could just get already made white rice, like, on the side, and they make it the best. Like, Chinese restaurants, Asian restaurants, they make the best rice because they have to. Everything that they're cooking has rice in it. So they have, like, these industrial amazing rice cookers, and, guys, pay 'em for $1.50, get the rice already made, you know what I mean? So you do rice, and then you put this gumbo on top, which is really like, I guess it's a stew, but when I hear stew, I think of, like, tomato products. There's no tomato products in gumbo. You've got the holy trinity, which is bell pepper, onion, and garlic. That's the holy trinity in Louisiana. Um, and that's what you put in, like, those are the veggies. Some people put in okra, celery. Okra gets really slimy. So, that's just kind of, "Oh, I missed all your things." I hate when the chat doesn't keep going. Okay, so yeah, so it's just so yeah. So it's incredible. I told Anna and Chris and Peter, I was saying, I will sorry. He's like, "Stop, don't read the chat." I will make gumbo. Like, I'll make gumbo anywhere I go. I will make it, and it is delicious, but here's where things are different, and I thought about doing this on today. I thought about I should have a cooking segment every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I think we're just gonna do Monday, Wednesday. We'll just always have a cooking segment on there because nobody wants to cook on Friday. But we make homemade potato salad, and we top off the gumbo with a scoop of that. That is a South Louisiana thing in a very distinct pocket of South Louisiana. Not all South Louisiana, never mind, I'm out. You can have it on the side, you don't have to have it. Now, most people who hate potato salad It's because they haven't had this one, and I'm not kidding. Like, I can't tell you how many people have had this potato salad that we have, that my mom makes. It's homemade. Do not have to have it. Like, it's a very distinct section of South Louisiana. You can have it on the side, you can have it not at all. But for those of us who were raised with it, we do rice, gumbo, and then a scoop of potato salad on top. And there's something about the creaminess that happens, and even the pickles. I'm telling you, I know it seems so weird, it's so strange, but that's what we do, and that's what we'll be doing today. Today is gumbo day. It's turkey, sausage, gumbo. Anna, you're naming all my least favorite foods. You can have the gumbo without the potato salad, and I'll do my sister Schubert rolls with the butter. My mom didn't do it yesterday. She got the individual sister Schubert rolls. That's not the good stuff. You need them in the trays, you know what I mean? And you put the butter on top and then you bake it. Stacy says that she's gonna go to the store and get a really big ham. And yeah, and she watches the Anthony Davis show from 11 to 12. Thanks for reminding us, Stacey. After this show, you guys, the show is from 10 o'clock today. From 11 to 12 Central. So what is that? 12 to 1 Eastern is the Anthony Davis show. There is a 1 hour break. So there you go. And we didn't have the trays, we had the bags. Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference with the Sister Schubert rolls. It's still a great roll, like the ones that are in the bags, the individual rolls, and it makes sense for like this. It makes sense for Thanksgiving when you've got a lot of people. I get doing the individual, but when you get the trays, and she even has Sister Schubert, which I love that I think it's a person. She even has trays with sausage inside each of those little tiny rolls. It's kind of like a little kolache. I'm just saying. Okay. So, Catfish Friday, what it means, and I need to know something, and I've got to confess. I've got to confess. Anna and I talked about a lot of shows last week. We talked about a lot of documentaries. We talked about a lot of like, oh, I didn't know that this was going on. This is kind of crazy kind of stuff, what we're into, which are kind of these deep, dark documentaries. I told her last night I was watching, it's not a documentary, it's Lin-Manuel Miranda's first directing film. It's starring Andrew Garfield, and it's called Tick, Tick, Boom. And it is the story about the man who wrote the really famous musical Rent. His name was Jonathan. Why can't I think of his last name, Anna? She's gonna have to type it. Jonathan Larson. Thank you. And I didn't finish it. I'm going to. I wanna finish it, but it was, there was one part that was like, "Oh, that's fine," like, and I don't wanna ruin for Anna because I know that she'll be really excited, and I'm not even gonna, like, hint as to what it is, but it's halfway through the film. But Andrew Garfield he's an okay singer. I mean, it's not like, Idina Menzel can sing, he's not he's decent, you know what I mean? Like, he's okay. It's not like he's not like, Ben Platt, or is that his name? Or Jonathan, Goff? Is that his name? He's not them. So, yeah, Groff, thank you. So, yeah, so, I mean, it's okay. Anyway, but, has anyone done the homework? Which it says he really did sing and play the piano, though. No, I mean, I think he really did sing. Like, in the show, I think he actually sang in the film, but I'm just saying, it's not like you would sit there. I can't remember what his voice sounds like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. So, here's the thing, you guys. Have you watched any of the documentaries that we were talking about last week? Good morning, Bennett. Welcome. I hope you're having a good Friday. We were all supposed to watch The Way Down. We were all supposed to watch it. I haven't. I haven't watched it yet, and I really, really want to, but I haven't watched it yet. Has anybody else watched anything kinda crazy? What are you watching right now? I feel like the holidays are a really great time that you can catch up on a lot of stuff. If you need to go take a nap, or if you need to put the kids down, or if you need to go get something out of the oven, you can turn on the TV and, like, totally, like, zone out. Um Anthony Davis reads the newspaper for for Stacy so she doesn't have to. It's true, the Anthony Davis show is very, like, intellectual show. So if you're really into, like, current events, political events, if you're into that kinda stuff, Anthony Davis is your guy. That's at 12 o'clock Eastern, that is really true. So I didn't watch that, but I am watching Tick, Tick, Boom, and I'm trying to think if I'm watching anything else. I didn't watch any Thanksgiving specials. I didn't watch Charlie Brown or the Bob's Burgers, or I didn't watch any of the, like, Friends episodes, like, the whole point of whatever. Now here's what's interesting. I did watch the Thanksgiving Day Parade, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it. Did you watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? I learned a couple of things. Number 1, I learned here in Houston, we have the 2nd largest parade in the nation. The 1st Thanksgiving Day. The first is the Macy's parade in New York City. And I had friends there that live in New York, and they were like, they were, posting it in their stories, and I was getting to watch and all that kind of stuff. Um, but you know, I was a little upset about the Macy's parade. And I don't know how to talk about it on the air. I don't know what because I'm gonna sound like a prude. I'm gonna sound like a prude, you guys. I really am. But I had an issue with one of my favorite musicals. It's Moulin Rouge. Love this musical. Love it. I mean, my husband and I love the film. We love the soundtrack. Like, it is so whatever. And that's my favorite part of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. No one's surprised, is all the little Broadway snippet. Now, there were a couple of things I'm concerned about. Number 1, Annie Live was announced. NBC is going to be doing Annie Live on December 2nd. It's Harry Connick Jr. and this gorgeous little girl who, oh my gosh, she was talented. Like, I mean, she is so talented. I'm trying to think of everybody who's in the show, but Harry Connick Jr. is one of my all-time favorite singers. Like, I think he's fantastic, but he's a crooner. He's not a belter, which I feel like if you're on Broadway, on the Broadway, you better be able to project and hold a note. You know what I mean? Like, am I wrong on this situation? Like, I feel like he doesn't have a Broadway voice. There's a Broadway, but he has one of the best voices ever, but it's not like this Broadway kind of a thing. So it didn't feel very strong coming from Harry. I feel bad saying this because I absolutely adore this man. And the notes are great. Like, he sounds phenomenal, but it's just not like, hmm, he's playing Daddy Warbucks. The little girl playing Annie. Oh, I don't know, Anna, if you can find any photos of Annie live, it's gonna be on NBC. Oh my gosh, fantastic. So, before the parade even started, every year I remember when the parade is going to start at the wrong time. I was so prepared. There we go. Yes, this little girl is amazing. Now watch her be like 28 years old. I don't know. Like, she's either 8 or she's 15. I can't tell. I need to look her up. She is so talented, and I don't know her name, and I wish I did. And I will. I have to learn it, but she is awesome. Oh, thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. Harry Connick Jr. Oh, Nicole Scher no, that's not her. Jane Krasowski, that's not her. Oh, Selena Smith. Selena Smith as Annie. Man, y'all. Taraj Henson is Mrs. Hannigan, which I think that is fantastic. Ca Great casting. Jane Krasowski, she must be playing Rooster's girlfriend, right? What is her name? That's gotta be who she's playing, right? Unless she's playing Grace, but I feel like she'd be really good at that. She's great. This little girl is so awesome. I'm gonna write her name down, really and truly, and we need to find out how old she is. So, I remember what time it's happening. Okay, this is funny. Mindy's gonna enjoy this, and I'm gonna get to Mindy's comment in just a second. I decide, "Oh, it's time for the Thanksgiving Day parade." I turn on the television, and my husband was like, "Oh, I found it on the channel guide." And he pulls it up, and everything's in Spanish, but it's happening. Like, it's happening live. Like, I'm watching a Thanksgiving Day parade in New York City yesterday. It's happening live, but everybody's speaking Spanish. I go to NBC, and it's the Today Show. I'm like, "That's weird." Is this last year's Thanksgiving parade? Like, are they re-showing, like, on Univision? Are they just re-showing last year's parade? I get that. Sure, maybe they're trying, until the parade starts. But then I see it's like the people it was like Annie Live people, like, it was like Harry Connick Jr. Right Now, and I was, in Spanish, and I was thinking, "Wait a second, why on Univision or whatever we were watching is the parade happening live?" And then Cindy, and then I was going to say Selena, the little girl, starts singing and they kept it in English, and she blew my face off, and at that moment, I realized we don't watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade live on our televisions. I did not know that. Mindy, do you have thoughts about that? Because I did not know that the Thanksgiving Day Parade, the Macy's one, is not live on your television. You are watching a broadcast. What? Talk about catfished. I was like, "Are you kidding?" And I ended up buying things because of the Today Show. The Today Show had this big, like, Black Friday situation, and it was like, "Here's our Today Show deals," and I ended up buying stuff because I was watching the Today Show, which I never watch, because apparently here in Texas, we watch the broadcast of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade at 9 AM. Okay, so I'm gonna start reading, da, da, da. Mindy's comments. Oh, by the way, guys, we're at the top of the hour. Hello, everyone. It's 9 AM on the East Coast, this Black Friday, this lovely day after Thanksgiving. It is 8 AM here in Central Land, which is Texas. Time zones are so confusing, but now we all know NBC does not air the parade live. And I've got something else I want to say about the parade. Mindy says catfish does this qualify because today is Catfish Friday. I went to watch the parade yesterday and forgot we don't have cable. No, Mindy, I didn't even read your comment before I was just talking about the parade. We watched some random dude's YouTube live stream. Definitely missed Al and the big production. Womp womp. That's sad. But wait a second. There's the whole Peacock channel now, which NBC owns, right? Peacock. Did they stream it? Did they stream the parade? Because surely you're not the only one, Mindy, that realized, "I don't have cable today." That is so sad. That is so sad, Mindy. Okay, Stacy says you can watch the Wiggles in the Thanksgiving Day parade. That's true. I don't know, were they there yesterday, Stacy? I didn't finish watching the whole parade. I gotta be honest, we had to go to my brother's house. The way the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade starts is with the count from Sesame Street. Yes, the count does it, and the parade doesn't come on during the week, it comes on June on the weekends. I don't know what that means. I think maybe it typed out wrong. So, Stacey, you'll have to rewrite. It was on Peacock, but we don't have Peacock. So, Mindy's letting us know, everybody who doesn't have cable, you can watch the parade on Peacock if you want to, if you don't have cable. Okay. So, let's say da da da. Okay, so what Anna is saying is that she wants everybody to know that while you're going to watch these documentaries, that one day we're all gonna watch, right? The Way Down and all this kind of stuff. We've discussed this. To watch the show Taskmaster. It's a British game show starring comedians, and she says it's fantastic, but that's not really oh, during the weekends. The parade does not come on during the weekends. Thank you, Stacy. I love that now we have all the details about the Thanksgiving Day parade. We've missed all of this. We didn't know. And I do want to go back to talking about it because I have something to say about the parade yesterday. And that does count as a catfish. That's what Anna says. So, okay, wait a second. All right, so here's some details about Annie Live. We can't find out how old Selena is. I don't know if she's 8 years old and a prodigy, or if she's 14 and a prodigy, or 28. I have no idea. She's adorable and amazing. Jane isn't Rooster's girlfriend, Megan Hilty, which she was born for that role. Anybody who knows Megan Hilty is a big Broadway star. She starred in the TV show, the NBC show Smash, which was about the behind the scenes for Broadway. Makes sense that Megan would be in this. She isn't in the cast on the poster, so was it wrong? Are we catfished? That's hilarious. Titus Burgess is Rooster. Selena Smith is 13. Okay, we found out her age. Selena Smith is 13. She's a prodigy. I'm sorry. If you can sing like her at 13, and you should go back and watch the Thanksgiving Day parade, everybody, if you can get it. Watch the segment. This little girl is 13, and the way she commands the audience, the way that she performed with that amount of pressure, you're talking about millions of people are watching you. Millions of people are watching you. Plus, you've got thousands in New York. You've got cameras, you've got producers. You're 13 and you're going to absolutely crush it. Selena Smith is my new hero. I'm not kidding. This little girl is phenomenal. Good morning, Jabba the Pizza Hut. That's funny. I like that. I like that a lot. That's funny. Okay. So the parade, I was talking about the Broadway section when they do like there's this seating, you can sit in the bleachers. Anna, I want to find out how I want to be there next year, if not the year after. And I want to sit in the bleachers. I want to be there for where they perform the Broadway. Okay. That's where I want to go. How much is that ticket? How far in advance do we get the tickets? Who do we need to know? Who do I write a note to? This is what I need, you guys. This is everyone's plan. We now have to watch The Way Down. Everybody has to watch it. We all have assignments. And we've got to get Liv to Broadway section of the parade next year, year after. I don't know. Everybody just start looking. How is it going to happen? We could all meet there. I think this could be a group activity. I think we could make it a field trip. I mean, how expensive is that ticket? Is it expensive? Is it hard to get? I don't know. So I'm watching, and Moulin Rouge comes up, and Nathan and I are so excited. We love. Oh, Stacy's mom can make things happen. Great, Stacy. Please ask your mom to make this happen. We love Moulin Rouge. We love the film. We love the music. We love all of it. So all of a sudden, their costumes go from, you know, sexy, and I get it because Moulin Rouge is about a very I'm trying to say this, it's a morning show, it's a family show. Um, it's about a lady who entertains gentlemen in a manner that in America isn't legal. How did I do? She's a dancer, and there's a lot of dancers in this show, and, she's very friendly with the menfolk, very friendly with the menfolk, and the dancing is quite friendly as well, and the costumes are, you know, they're not wearing sweatpants, okay, in Moulin Rouge. No one is wearing a lot of clothing, okay? And how am I doing? Am I doing okay? Am I kinda giving everybody the gist of the idea? Thank you, Stacy. Stacy's really gonna try to give me tickets. I would die. That would be amazing. So yesterday, Moulin Rouge comes out for the Broadway section, and they're doing Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, which is a great scene in the film. Nicole Kidman, is beautiful. She's on this like, what is this? She's on like a swing that's hanging from the roof situation. And they look fine. They're in some very, you know, friendly looking costumes. I'm sure the men were like, this is a great parade. But then their costumes fell off. Like, they're like and they were wearing some very, ooh, not family friendly costumes. I got and Anna's saying, "Wasn't it cold?" I'm thinking they had to be very cold in what they were wearing. But they were wearing lingerie. Like, it was like and not like Victoria's Secret's, lingerie, like, Fredericks of Hollywood lingerie. Does anybody remember Fredericks of Hollywood? Is that even around? It was a little I gotta say, like, this is 9 AM in the morning, y'all. Like, 9 AM in the morning, does anybody want to look at skimpy lingerie and you're dancing and doing all the things, and families are there and families are watching the parade? This is not Mardi Gras. This is not 6th Street. This is not Bourbon Street. This is not, you know what I mean? Like, it's like It was a little much. I gotta be honest, and I don't get offended by that kind of stuff. I'm like, "Oh, it's art. Oh, it's whatever. Oh, it's da, da, da." But I was kinda like, "Oh my gosh, like, what are they wearing?" I didn't think it was necessary. You can wear a lot of stuff, and it could be very sexy and attractive and, like, oh, we could get the gist. We can get the idea. But this went to a place that was like, "This seems unnecessary, and it is freezing." Like, this was not for art. This is the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We do not need to be wearing, oh gosh, when they hold up the stockings, what are those things called, Anna? The lingerie that holds up the stockings to, like, we don't need all that. We don't need it. Uh, I'm just saying, I think that we need to rethink some of the stuff. I'm just saying, I really do. The other thing that I had a problem with was there was a Korean pop group, and it was all girls, which girls groups are not the same as guy groups. Guy groups, and especially in Korean pop, you get a lot of people who are, like, very into it, girls are into it. Like, you've got these teenage girls, we all grew up with Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, 98 Degrees, the Beatles. I don't know, there's always guy groups, right? The Beach Boys. For girls, you had Destiny's Child, you had, the Pussycat Dolls, you had Spice Girls, you have, which they were the most famous. But this K-pop group, okay, which means it's like Korean, they're beautiful, beautiful women. They're on a float and they're a group, they sing, right? They were not lip syncing their song at all. They danced the whole time, but no one was singing. And I think the whole concept of, like, the parade floats and when you have these really famous singers and you get to see all these incredible people, you get to watch them and you get to the whole time you're like, "Are they singing or are they lip syncing?" They were not singing at all, like, their mouths were not moving, and I was like, I wanted to see, Anna, if anybody was talking about it today, if there was any news around that, because I could see where people would write, like, "What the heck was that?" Like, nobody was singing. They have all the mics and stuff, and they're in their costumes, and they're doing the dances, and nobody was moving their mouth, and I was like, "That seems strange to me," because they're a girl group. Yikes is right. So I wanna know if anybody's talking about it today. Um, if that was a thing or if I'm just completely crazy. I kept trying to look. Okay, but I'm talking about okay, Anna says there's no tickets required for the parade, but what about for the Broadway part, for the bleachers to actually sit? Because that's a sitting section. Can anybody just show up and sit in the bleachers? That's amazing. Okay, and Stacey's saying Britney Spears, but Britney Spears was in a girls group. I'm talking about, like, more than one person in there. Okay, so Mindy says, "I didn't see the Moulin Rouge number, but if you can't even describe it on the radio, what they showed on TV, maybe it was too much." That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying I think it was too much. I think we went a little far, you guys. And I don't mean to be like a downer, but I just think like, "Nah, we don't need to do that at 9 AM at a parade." Like, for the love of everything. You know what I mean? The Super Bowl people have a hard time with what they choose to show in the Super Bowl, but that's at least at night. This is 9 AM. People haven't even had coffee, and there's a lot of kids watching the parade, way more than the Super Bowl. Kids are watching the parade. Anyway, so it seems like the girls' K-pop group isn't super popular. They can't be popular, and there's no way that helped their career yesterday. There's no way. If I was managing this group, I would be like, "Guys, that was not a good o that got us nowhere." We actually just got canceled. That's what I would think. So, I wanna talk about how did you get catfished yesterday for Thanksgiving? Mindy obviously got catfished by turning on her television, remembering that she does not have cable. That would be I would guess you catfished yourself, I guess is what I would say. But what about any dishes yesterday? What about any things that you thought were going to happen yesterday on Thanksgiving, and you went into it and you thought, "This is gonna be great. This smoked apple pie is gonna be the best thing I ate," and was it? I don't know yet, I haven't had it yet. Or were you catfished and you were like, "That was awful." Now, apparently, my whole family fell in love with the smoked apple pie a couple of weeks ago, so I believe that this was not a catfish situation, and I'll let you guys know, I'm sure it's awesome. I did have a catfish situation with a dish yesterday, but it was positive. I went into the dish thinking, there is no way. There's no way. There is no way this is going to be good. Who thought to do this? And y'all, it was my favorite dish. It was my favorite dish. And I have something funny to share. So tell me about a dish yesterday that you either had high hopes for and it just didn't work out, or you thought, this is going to be gross and it was amazing. I would like to hear either one. I'll tell you about the one that happened for me. So I have a cousin who is a chemistry teacher. He's actually got his doctorate in chemistry and he teaches high school and he's dating a lovely girl who is actually from Poland, but her family moved to England so that she had an opportunity to go to British schools for college. So they were trying to set up residency for her. So they actually moved to England. And I was like yesterday thinking, there's no way my parents would move to a different country so I could go to college. Like, there's no way that would have happened. Anyway, so she was having Thanksgiving with our whole family this year. And I thought my aunt made this dish because my aunt is kind of like, she makes things homemade all the time and it's always so great. And I had high hopes until I looked at it. Okay. Now it was this pasta. It was this like broccoli pasta, which I've had when it's like in an Italian situation. Like you've got like pasta with like, Italian dressing. This is something I can make on the air. And, vegetables, we should absolutely make that on the air because I have perfected that. I've made it so well now. Italian salad, pasta salad, write that down. Anna, I love that I talk to Anna all the time through the TV screen. So I thought, okay, this is what this is gonna be. Okay, it's gonna be in this area of whatever. I look at the, crock pot, whatever situation. It was a Ninja. It was a Ninja crock pot or a Ninja Um, like Instapot? I don't know what it is. I don't know what the product is, but it was bulky and huge, and it was in the Ninja line. And inside is the spiral pasta, yes, and it's got broccoli, but then there were onions and, like, bell pepper and, like, cheese and, like, whatever, and I was like, "Oh, no. Oh, no. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. No, you make broccoli and cheese with pasta. Sure, do that. You put bell peppers and onions and broccoli and stuff like in a quiche. You don't put that with pasta. I was like, "What are we doing?" You know? And I am not kidding when I say the only thing I went back for. I did, and I'm really nervous. I think I'm gonna see her today at Gumbo. I haven't introduced myself, which is weird, but I haven't. But I really wanna ask her for the recipe. I really wanna go up to her and say, "You catfished me." I looked at that dish and I made a harsh judgment. I was like, "That is not gonna be good." Not even at all. It was amazing. It was amazing. So I'm gonna ask her for the recipe. Maybe we can make it online. Okay, Mindy says, "Prepackaged stuffing surprisingly good. I'm a snob about stuffing. This shortcut is fine." I gotta know, are we talking Pepperidge Farms kinda prepackaged? Because I eat stovetop stuffing all the time, which it's not good. I mean, it's not stuffing, you know what I mean? It's great to, like, just have something a little savory that's easy to make on the stove, but I gotta know, what kind did you have, Mindy? I can see Anna is writing it. Okay. Chris, where's Chris? I don't see anybody else on the am I missing people on this thing? Where did Chris write? Or am I just making up stuff? Or you're gonna tell me what Chris said. Okay, what does Chris have to say about he also eats stuffing. Oh, stovetop stuffing, I make it all the time. I make stovetop stuffing on the stove all the time, like, it's my job, and I'm sure people are like, "What is wrong with you?" And whenever I eat at Luby's cafeteria, like, any type of cafeteria, I always get the cornbread dressing stuffing situation. So I'm interested to know. I wanna know, Mindy, what are you eating? Okay, Stacy says, "If you think pasta would be I should check out your dad's garlic." Okay, listen, your garlic pasta that your father makes, send us the recipe. I love Stacy. Stacy has all the recipes, all of them. and this is fantastic. Um, but yeah, so that was a surprising thing. Okay, Pepperidge Farm. Okay, that's good to know. I don't think I've ever made the Pepperidge Farm stuffing. I want sausage, cornbread, oyster, homemade family recipe masterpiece. I find this interesting, and I wanna hear about everybody who lives elsewhere. You can talk to your devices or you can chat. I know it's a slow morning, you guys. It's the day after Thanksgiving. People are sleeping in. They're still sleeping off the carbs. They still have family in town. It's a tough day. Friday's a tough day. This is not our normal. So everybody who is here, thank you. I'm very grateful for you being here and that it's not just Anna and I. So thank you, Mindy. Thank you, Stacy. You guys are lovely. Thank you so much. So let's talk about the different stuffings. Oh, garlic shrimp. Stacy's dad makes a garlic shrimp pasta. That sounds delicious. Even though I don't eat shrimp, I can appreciate that. A lot of people put sausage in their cornbread dressing, but in the South they put oysters. What? I just sorry everybody. I can't do it. Well, first of all, I don't eat seafood, but I don't understand the whole oyster situation. Like, I gotta know, is that something the Ohioans would eat? Would Chris eat oyster dressing? It is a thing. It is a thing in the South. They make cornbread dressing, they put sausage in it. Okay, I can get behind that. I understand that. I get it. Sausage has a great flavor. Sure. But oysters? Where did that come from? Does that even go with turkey? I don't know the origins. I mean, okay, I say that, but in Louisiana, we eat a lot of seafood. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's a okay, now I'm starting to think it through. Maybe it's a Creole thing. We have a lot of Creole influence in Louisiana. Maybe it's a New Orleans thing. Mindy wrote me something, let's see what she said. I think it was from my gramps, Boston Irish. See, now that's interesting. I would not know that, like, people coastal people put in oysters. Okay, so it's not just a Louisiana thing is what Mindy's saying. It's also on the East Coast. Who knew? Oyster dressing. Who knew? Oyster dressing is something where we can all unite. Nathan says, I have to say, while yesterday there were no surprises, I had high hopes for turducken and meh. So the turducken wasn't fantastic? Interesting. But you've had turducken before. It wasn't so good, Nathan said. And I wonder if it's where we got it because back in the day when my father would get turducken, which is just turkey stuffed with a duck stuffed with a chicken, and then there's like a stuffing inside the chicken, and they're all baked together as one animal. Dunk, duck, in, duck, not dunk. I say it wrong all the time. Um, it was it was very rare, and now you can buy them everywhere. It was like a delicacy, but that's not so much. Oh, here's what I wanted to talk about. My sister-in-law makes this thing called beautiful bread. Has anyone heard of beautiful bread? Beautiful bread. Oh, my husband Nathan is saying he used to hate Brussels sprouts. But then I have an uncle, but he wasn't there yesterday, who makes these, like, balsamic glazed Brussels sprouts, teriyaki, like, balsamic glazed or whatever. He changed all of us for Brussels sprouts. Like, we used to all hate Brussels sprouts, and now we all eat them. And not just his, but it was like a gateway into the land of Brussels sprouts. So that was a catfish. That is a good one, Nathan. That is true. He made us try them, and now we're all obsessed. So beautiful bread is this bread, and she makes it now this is my sister-in-law who makes her own rolls, as in hamburger buns, hot dog buns, bread, like, every week. She goes through 25 pounds of, flour, like, in a week, maybe in a month, I don't know, something like that. I'll ask her today. And she said, "I'm gonna make loaves of beautiful bread." Now, when I say this woman made loaves at least 20, at least 20. And I start making jokes. She wasn't there yet. My mom and my sister-in-laws always have, like, little cards, like, set out, like, telling you what everything is, like, everything's labeled, right, at Thanksgiving. Everything's labeled. So you never have to say, "What is this?" It's on the label. So I see this thing for beautiful bread. And I start making jokes. And my family starts making jokes. We start being really sarcastic. We're like, "Oh, do you have to be beautiful to eat this bread?" Or "Does this bread make you beautiful?" Like, are there only certain people that are allowed to make it? Like, we're just saying ridiculous things. And then I start naming everything like, "Oh, you guys, and here is sexy cornbread. and here is lovely green beans, and here is delightful potatoes. Like, I was like, beautiful bread? Like, what are we doing? Like, we're just saying things now? So I'm just going on and on and on and on. I sound like an idiot. And then I got catfish. I put the beautiful bread in my mouth when I got there. It was beautiful. It was so good. I was like, "What is this bread?" I was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "We should change the name from beautiful bread to like, oh, I can't think of any words, like delicious bread. We could call it delicious bread." I don't feel like that's creative enough. Totally catfish. I literally can't wait to go have gumbo today and a loaf of my own of beautiful bread. It was so fantastic, and it made me feel beautiful on the inside. Not at all, actually. It made me feel like whatever. Stacy's mom makes her own bread. Listen, if you can make your own bread, I think that's incredible. This is funny. Anna's saying, that her grandmother brought friendship bread, like the starter and all. There is nothing better than friendship bread. Friendship bread is fantastic. In fact, when I go to Ohio, can I get some friendship bread starter? Um, Here's the thing. I don't know if you've done this, but a friend, my best friend, her father taught me by telling her, I guess, because he's never made it for me. He slices his friendship bread and fries it in butter on a skillet, and that's how he eats his friendship bread. Game changer. Like, I always heat it up like a muffin and put warm butter on it, like, so it gets all melty, but I didn't think to, like, like how you fry grilled cheese, like, yes, this is genius. So yesterday we were making jokes about friendship bread, so this is really funny. Oh, thank you, Stacy. Stacy's gonna give me the recipe. Stacy, you're just such a doll. You need to write me. I don't know if if Anna can type in the back channel feed. Are you able to type on the back channel feed, Anna? Or can I? Am I allowed to? I don't even know. I don't even know where to type on here. Hmm. I was going to type my email. Liv, Liv, at thelivharrison.com. If anybody wants to email me, Stacey, you can send me all your recipes or anything you want to send me. Liv at thelivharrison.com. TheLivharrison.com. Anyway, so we were making jokes about beautiful bread and we were saying like, oh, we were making jokes about friendship bread saying like, so, like, you're more of, like, a friendship bread person instead of a beautiful bread person, meaning, like, you just got friend zoned by your bread. Even though I gotta say, friendship bread is just the best. It is just so delicious. So, that is how I got catfish yesterday with the broccoli cheese pasta situation with the veggies. I didn't see that coming, and the beautiful bread was fantastic. So exactly. You have a great personality. Here's a slice of friendship bread. See, Anna gets it. You have a face for radio. You should eat friendship bread. You don't get beautiful bread. You don't sit here with us. I'm serious. That's fine. Whatever. I'll take the friendship bread. I don't mind being that. So yesterday, I did start watching a little bit of Hallmark. I got to be honest, everybody. Ooh, Stacy says her mom's bread is amazing. Well, listen, please send me yes, please send me the recipe. I can't type my email. Oh, Anna, can you put my email in the little yellow sticker? You know what I mean? Like, what is it called? Where it says Liv Harrison, you could just put my email right there. People can write it down. Hello, James. Good morning. So I did start watching Hallmark yesterday, which I'm not thank you, friend. There's my email. I am not the biggest Hallmark fan in the world, but there are times on the planet you just want to watch Hallmark and you just want the world to be lovely and you want the world to be saved by a baking contest in a small town, by a man that's, an axe cutter, with the girl from the big city. Sometimes you just want a plain storyline that you don't have to work hard at to think about. You know what I mean? So I watched 9 Kittens for Christmas or something like yesterday, And I've been really upset because I don't know how it ended. Nathan turned the channel, and I have no idea what happened. I don't know. I mean, I guess they got together, but I'm not really like, I gotta know. Like, I need some closure. And Candace Cameron Bure was all hosting all the things, and she's so cute. And she's like, she is my I've told Anna this. She is my dream guest to have on my late night show and my podcast. I want Candace Cameron Bure. I just adore her. When you see her transformation from DJ Tanner, talk about a glow up. Way to go, Candace Cameron Bure. She is my inspiration. I'm not kidding. I love her. Okay, Anna started watching Frozen with Ted, who's her little baby, but hasn't but haven't made it to actual Christmas yet. But I do want to watch White Christmas. I love White Christmas. Now, yesterday, everybody was throwing up memes on social media. I don't know if you guys were into your social media yesterday or not, but there was the meme floating around from You've Got Mail. Anna, are you able to pull up the meme that everybody was posting yesterday, which I feel like for whatever reason, I've never seen people post this scene from You've Got Mail on Thanksgiving. I don't know, either I've missed it every year or this is the first year I remembered that there is a scene in You've Got Mail about Thanksgiving. It's on my story still, I think. There we go. And here's what's great. You've got Tom Hanks and you've got Sarah. I don't remember her last name, but she was in Grey's Anatomy. If you are a Grey's Anatomy fan, she played I can't think of her name. Oh my gosh, Anna. This is the worst. I can't think of a real name, and I can't think of the doctor she played on Grey's Anatomy. Maybe you can look it up for me, and if you don't, it's fine. It's no big deal. But this was before her career started in You've Got Mail, and Tom Hanks is in the checkout line. It's a great scene. It's Meg Ryan. It's a Nora Ephron film. If you're not familiar with Nora Ephron, Meg Ryan plays, woman in it, and of course he falls in love with her. And he's getting stuff, and he says, "Now it's your turn to say." Oh, Callie Torres, Dr. Callie Torres. Thank you. Now it's your turn to say Happy Thanksgiving back. And Rose has a very like thick accent. And he gets Rose to do something for him. It's kind of this great scene of you show the influence this man has over people. And she says, Happy Thanksgiving back. And so everybody was posting this yesterday. And I don't remember seeing it before. Anna, have you seen this meme before? Yesterday. I just feel like somebody decided, I remembered that this happened, and it's a great scene. It's a great film. You don't see a lot of Thanksgiving in movies. We've talked about where it is in TV shows, but not so much in movies. Thank you, Anna. So yeah, I have to say I don't have a favorite Hallmark movie for Christmas, but Anna and I have the same one for we have the same one for Christmas that isn't Hallmark, which is White Christmas. There is nothing better than, I mean, Bing Crosby singing as a lady with a feather in his hat, sisters with, Danny Kaye. You can't get anything better than that. What says Merry Christmas than that? It's incredible. It's a great scene. You got Rosemary Clooney, and then you have the other lady who has the tiniest waist in the world. I don't know her name. The pretty sister. Poor Rosemary Clooney. She can sing. Anna saw it on the West End in the West End in London on her honeymoon. What? I've never seen a show in the West End. I've never, and it is a dream, Anna. We'll have to do that sometime. We have to go. We have to go. We're about to go to New York together, and we're gonna go see a show together in New York, but I've never seen it. So, I love White Christmas. It is absolutely the best Christmas film. It is so wonderful. But yeah, I'm a little pro Hallmark. I have to say, not so much in the summer. I can't get behind the whole Christmas in July and all that with Hallmark, and it's just so much cheese. But there's a shift that happened yesterday in the country. We shifted to the holiday season. Now we're here. Now you're gonna drive down the street, all the Christmas music is going to be up. People are getting ready for Hanukkah. People are getting ready for Kwanzaa. People are putting lights up. People are getting out the decorations, and you just drink the eggnog, and you get into the spirit. Yes, I can get behind Hallmark now. Now I can watch Hallmark. Mindy has never seen a Hallmark movie. You have Hallmark? Can you watch it? Do they have a streaming? I feel like Hallmark has a streaming situation now. Mindy, you need to start with my favorite, Loving Leia. I told you they have a gold that's called the Gold Collection, and it's not like the other Hallmark movies. It's not the cheesy same plot. Now, I have a friend that I follow. She's a friend in real life. Her name is Mary Linenberg, Lenaburg. Mary Linenberg. Her and her husband every at least every week, but multiple times a week, will put on Christmas pajamas, watch a Hallmark film, and are you watching them as they do this? And they give it trees from 1 to 4 trees, Christmas trees, what they think of the film. So, if it's a really great Hallmark Christmas film, they'll give it 4 trees, and if it's a really cruddy one, they'll give it 1 tree, sometimes half a tree. The other day, I saw them give it no trees, which they were, like, really upset about. So, there's lots of people, Mindy. I would definitely go with people who are watching this stuff and see what what are they saying? You know what I mean? Like, don't just go out into Hallmark alone. This is not a it's not a safe space, Mindy. It's not. You know who Mary Lindenberg is? Oh, that's great. Okay. Well, watch her Instagram. Watch her Instagram and watch her Instagram stories. Her Mary and Jerry. They're so adorable. Good morning, Tracy. Hello. Welcome to the show. And watch them. And they do. They put on Christmas matching jammies and they tell you what movie they're gonna watch. They go watch it and then they come back to the stories and they tell you all their thoughts. And it is precious. Like them alone make the Hallmark season. So watch what Mary and Jerry say. Maybe I should go find out what they said about the 9 lives. I bet. Oh, you love her. Oh, you got to know Mary because of my show. That's so cool. Mindy, you're the best. I just got goosebumps. I think they actually even have it in their highlights, Mindy. And I don't know if they've been adding this year. And I can text Mary and ask, but I'll ask her. I should ask her about the 9 kittens of Christmas and see see if it's worth me finishing what she thought of it. But they even have it in her highlight reel. Like they have their Hallmark Christmas thing, Mindy. It's a thing. So you're gonna love it. If you love Mary, you're gonna love Jerry, and they're just the cutest. Oh, they're so precious. So go watch the Hallmark. And she says, okay, Mindy says, no idea, but yesterday we watched Holiday in Handcuffs with Mario Lopez and Melissa Joan Hart. I've seen that one. It is so cheesy, but yet it is so adorable. It is so cute, and it's come on, Melissa Joan Hart and Mario Lopez. You saw part of the 9 Kittens of Christmas, Anna? Is that what you mean? You saw part of that? Is that what we're talking about that you saw part of? Because that's exciting. Because I need to know how it ends. They were at the very end of getting rid of these 9 cats. He's a firefighter. He's a firefighter in her old town. And somebody leaves 9 kittens at the fire station. What's not to love? This is called a plot. It's Hallmark. Good morning, Terry. Hello, hello. Okay, so let's get to Black Friday, shall we? Today is Black Friday. What are you buying? I want you to talk to your devices. I want you to chat with me on backchannel.tv. Go on YouTube. We're streaming live. If you're with your Echo Show, the magic word is say. I am having issues today, you guys. And you simply say to your device, the name of your device, the word say, and then I want to hear your Black Friday deals. What do I need to buy? My husband's going to say to the Echo Show, nothing. Say nothing. But that's not what we want. There's my friend Sheila. Good morning, Sheila. Sheila, who made the cookie pie and the mashed potatoes that we made on the air. She made both. I can't wait to hear. Sheila, you gotta let me know about the cookie pie. I'm losing my voice. Okay. Or it's like doing something. So guys. Holiday in Handcuffs. Anna saw Holiday in Handcuffs and she can't handle the cheese. Oh, okay. We're going to read this tweet. The plot of every Hallmark movie is about a career woman who's too busy for love, but she has to move to a small town where there's a handsome local bachelor who teaches her about the true spirit of the holiday. It starts snowing and they kiss. There's also a dog. Joel W., you're not wrong. That is literally every single one of these shows. There might be a baking contest, there might be a Christmas parade, perhaps the holiday kids theater program that has to be saved whilst she's there. Maybe her father owns the local inn. That's been used multiple times. Um, she always has to come home for some reason, like she's there to like save the family farm, but she went off to the big city. And there's always the young, handsome gentleman. But this time there was no dog. I don't think there was a dog, but there were kittens, 9 of them. But you're right. That's exactly it. It's the same plot every single can you make that, like, closer? Oh, Mindy, I hope you see this. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning. Okay, so this is the plot generator for a Hallmark movie. Big city, career-oriented, recently single. That's true. Or they break up with whoever they're dating. That's what happened in the 9 Lives or the 9 Kittens of Christmas. She broke up with her boyfriend at the beginning of the show. Now, here's what's interesting. They actually kissed at the beginning of the show. That's rare. Usually do not see more than one kiss in a Hallmark film, but they're getting a little lifetimey, you guys. I've been seeing them kiss twice in a Hallmark movie. They're kind of becoming like Moulin Rouge at the Thanksgiving Day parade. Anyway, world weary with the wrong guy. They're either a lawyer, a writer, a baker, an interior designer, early 2000s actor that you forgot about. This is not wrong. Returns to her small town at Christmas time. True. To inherit something, to enter a folksy contest, told you, to stop some corporate closure. They're always taking over the Christmas Inn. To save the family business. This is true. To appease their sassy friend or widowed parent. Also a fact. Good morning, JD. Hello. Welcome, welcome. And magically falls in love. And I gotta be honest, sometimes I don't know how it's gonna happen. Like, they bring it up to the very last minute, and I'm like, "I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think they're gonna fall in love." Okay, and they fall in love with a sensitive guy in plaid with an old flame. So in the 9, Kittens of Christmas, he was they were friends in high school. Mhm. With some guy and his dog. This is so true. With a single dad and his precocious child, with Christmas in the town, and oh, I can't see. I'm in the way. I don't know what the last word is, with the town and whatever. And also, the only man in town might actually be the real Santa Claus. It's true. God, that's true. Some guy. Oh, with Christmas in the town and some guy. Okay, Anna, I need you to email that to me, or can we post that um online? Because I want to send it to Mary and Jerry. That is so fantastic. So you just choose one from each column, and you have written a Hallmark film. Look at that, Mindy. You don't even need Hallmark. You can just write your own, and it's basically the same. And I'm not kidding. It's 100% the same. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Okay, so moving on from Hallmark, the Black Friday deals. I got a great deal on luggage. It's on the Today Show. They have Black Friday deals. You can go to todayshow.com and they have a section where they talk about all their Black Friday deals. There's some great slippers, like mink and stuff. Not really, but I mean, like, it's like they're like $200 slippers that you can get for like $29.99. Good morning, George. Hello, Jorge. I'm gonna say Jorge. Okay, because I'm from Texas. That's how I would say your name. So let me know if that is what you prefer. Good morning, happy Friday. So, is this something that you guys do? And especially now that Black Friday deals have gone to online, you could get a lot of them last night. You don't have to go out. One of the best things about the pandemic is Black Friday has changed. They want people to stay home with their families. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of supermarkets, does anybody even say supermarkets anymore? A lot of big stores, they're closed today. They closed yesterday. They weren't open yesterday. Some are still closed today. Some stayed open till like noon yesterday. We had like we have a big chain here in Texas called HEB. They are super grocery stores. They were open till noon yesterday. Kroger was open till 5. Now, today, I don't know what everybody's doing, but, like, I know, like, Target, right? Anna, is this true? Like Target and Walmart and Kohl's, they're not doing the whole Black Friday thing. They're letting people be with their families, and they're also trying to keep everybody safe with the pandemic. It just got a little crazy, and I think everybody kinda likes it. I think everybody's kinda like, "This is way more enjoyable." I can shop online. We already shop online, all of us. You can get these deals. So the Today Show, I don't know if Anna, they might have slightly altered hours. Okay, Anna, if you can pull up the Today Show deal so people can see. So the luggage I got, um, it's a great deal. It was like $950 for like 200. That's incredible. 3 pieces. 3 pieces of luggage. Usually you get a really big suitcase, a really nice piece that like can roll and do all the things. You get that for about 200 bucks, Okay. At Tuesday Morning, Marshalls, things like that. This is 3 pieces of luggage for 200. There we go. Shop today. Does everybody see this on the Today Show? Shop today. Now, I didn't like the jewelry. I didn't like they had this big, like, I don't know, blanket Shaw thing. I'm not into that. But it's a great place to find some discounted things and really great deals. Um, Nathan just said, "Great job trying to have the energy none of us have this morning." It's true, I'm pushing today. Okay, there's the luggage. Look at that. There's the luggage. It was $900 and now it's $219 for 3 pieces. I'm just saying, it seems wrong not to buy it. I really want to get the slippers. The only thing I don't know is when you're on the Today Show situation, like for their Friday deals or their deals that they do, I think they do it all the time, is, like you can subscribe to their newsletter. I'm sure I'm gonna get emails now all the time from these people. But, like, I would go to purchase something and it would pop up, "We release a certain amount of inventory every hour." What does that mean? Like, I need a YouTube. I need to understand what that means. How does that work? Because I need you to release it right now or put it in my cart. What about this? Put it in my cart, and then when it gets released, charge my credit card. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to know when that's happening. Just tell me, like, yep, you got it. You got the item, and then, charge me later. So, Black Friday deals. Deals start after Halloween now. Black Friday deals. People are already starting to talk about Black Friday. They're already starting to talk about these. This is our biggest sale of the year. Now, this year's a little different because we've got this whole supply and demand chain situation. We saw it at Thanksgiving. A lot of people couldn't get certain products. The food supply was affected by the pandemic. We've got huge boats and carriers out in the ocean filled filled with like kale and like lettuce and canned pumpkin and I don't know what's on these barges. And then, trains for the kids and candy canes. I This is reminding me of The Little Engine That Could. Does anybody remember that book? Maybe Anna can find the cover of The Little Engine That Could. And the story is so sweet, and it's about this little town, and they're, like, needing all these supplies. I don't know why, but it's for the children. Like, they're needing good morning, Kimberly, hello. They're needing these things for children, and they can't get like, the train broke down or something happens. It's a kid's book. It's not a complicated story. I just can't remember the details. There's this little train, and she's a little blue train, and they go to her and they say, "Look, you're gonna have to be the one. You have to be the one that climbs the mountain." Yep, there we go. The Little Engine That Could by is it Waddy Piper? Is that how we say that? With new art by Lauren Long. I love this book. Anna, do you know this book? And so she's not like the best, like train in the yard. Like she's not known. Um, Oh, she got it from the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. I grew up with this book. That's so sweet. Dolly Parton's the best. She's a goddess. Um, oh, thank you. Anna just texted me the Hallmark thing. Yay, thank you. So the little engine, she's not that great of an engine, but they put all the toys and they put all the kids like and I always thought this was so interesting. Milk and spinach and oranges, and the kids across the mountain, up the mountain, and down the mountain, they needed all these things, and only she could do it. She was the one, and so she says it's a great book for kids. It's a great book for adults, actually. I love children's literature. Like, I don't care how old I am. It's great literature. And she's saying things like, "I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can." And that's how she gets up the mountain, and you're every page you're rooting for her. "I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can." And it's supposed to sound like a train, like the same cadence. And then when she makes it over the mountain and gets to the kids and they get their toys and they get all the fruit and the spinach and the milk, she says, "I thought I could, I thought I could, I thought I could, I thought I could." And it's just great. It's a great book, you guys. You need to get The Little Internet Kid. I don't care if you have kids. I don't care if you know a kid. It doesn't matter. It's a great story. So it kind of reminds me of everything that's happening with the supply and like the food supply chain and the supply and demand chain of like Christmas. I want to know, how is this affecting Black Friday? Are they seeing a difference in this whole thing that we've got barges out in the ocean filled with supplies that aren't getting to us yet? We talked about this last week. These barges are getting to California, and then when we get them to California, then they put them on the trains. And it's literally like this book. The trains then come to our towns, and then they put them on 18 wheelers, and then they take them to the stores. And that's how we get all the things. So, what is out there? What is happening with your Black Friday? Did you get any great— Anna got luggage, actually. She told me about it this morning. She got some luggage she went to an actual store. She actually went to a store yesterday and bought things at a store. I can't even tell y'all, when's the last time I bought something at a store? Well, now when I'm on vacation, it's funny. I'll go to stores and I'll buy things. But when I'm not on vacation, I don't go to like Target. I don't go to Kohl's. I don't go to anything. You know what I mean? But yeah, Anna just sat on the couch. Anna, you can take off the picture of the little engine that could. I don't think anybody cares. It's you and me and Sheila and Freddie. Sheila, I gotta know, if you're there, friend, I wanna know what you thought about the cookie pie. Was it good? Were you shocked? Was it a catfish situation where you thought, "Well, I mean, this is gonna be kind of okay," but was it better than you had hoped? Aw, Nathan says he loves that story. It is a great story. It's a good book, and I really think that that's what's happening in our world right now. Like, I think that we can say that that is what's happening. Sheila said the pie was life-changing. Listen, I'm telling you, you guys, and you gotta next time, I don't know how you made it, if you made it just the good old-fashioned way that made it the day here, on the show, but you gotta, when you get brave, start making variations. The one that, we did mint Oreo cookies with a Oreo cookie crust yesterday with mint Oreo cookies. And we added Andes, like the little, Andes they have, but in the baking section, they have the broken pieces. So we added that in between the layers. So the soaked Oreos soaked in milk, then the Andy pieces, and then whipped cream, the extra creamy Cool Whip. And then you layer that, and then you refrigerate it overnight. Now we're having the peanut butter one today, which is Nutter Butters soaked in milk. We're doing a normal graham cracker crust. And then I added, and I forgot to tell you all this, I added broken Reese's Pieces. I put Reese's Pieces in a bag and I hit them. And I put the broken Reese's Pieces on top of the soaked Nutter Butters, and Reese's Pieces makes peanut butter chips that I got in the baking section. I put that, but here's what I didn't tell y'all. I added salted peanuts. Because who doesn't love the salty sweet situation? That is the best in the world. So I crushed them in my hands. I made sure I didn't get any of the, like, peanut skins, because Planters, everybody gets the Planters, like, you know, salted peanuts, and I broke those, and then I put the cream, the extra cream Cool Whip, and then I did soaked Nutter Butters, broken Reese's Pieces, Reese's peanut butter chips, salted peanuts, and then the whipped cream, and we're gonna try it today. I will let you guys know. Oh, and Sheila made the mashed potatoes. Did you add the cream cheese, Sheila, like a little bit, and the butter, and let it all cook in the microwave and the cream? Like, did you do the whole thing, or it was just life changing because of the potatoes? You know what I mean? Like, because I could see both. I could see either way. Anna also got actual Christmas decor at the store on Wednesday. She got all the things. You guys, this is so great. Here's the thing, we're done. You guys, yes, Sheila did all the things. You're the best, Sheila. we are at the end of our broadcast. The next show is in an hour. Anthony Davis' show is at noon Eastern, and then you've got Your Pal Hal at 2. So, you've got lots of programming going on today. Get back in those pajamas. I'm gonna go put my pajamas on. Drink all the coffee, make it adult. Make today count, but guys, just enjoy the family, just enjoy the food, enjoy your Friday after Thanksgiving, get a good deal. I'll see you guys on Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern. Don't forget to live every day. Bye, y'all.